In the quiet town of Hollowbrook, nestled between towering trees and forgotten paths, there was an old house that stood abandoned for decades. Locals avoided it, whispering tales of curses and hauntings that kept everyone away. But for a group of adventurous teenagers, the allure of the unknown was too strong to resist. Lucy, Jake, Maya, and Alex were friends since childhood, bound by their love for exploring and their shared fascination with the past. One day, while scrolling through an obscure online forum, they stumbled upon a mention of the abandoned Hollowbrook house. The post spoke of its eerie history and its supposed connection to a long-forgotten family that vanished under mysterious circumstances. Intrigued and fueled by youthful curiosity, the friends decided to investigate the house themselves. Armed with smartphones to document their journey, they entered the creaking structure on a moonlit night, the wind whispering secrets through broken windows. The moment their feet crossed the threshold, their phones lit up with notifications. Odd messages appeared on their screens, each tailored to their deepest insecurities and fears. Lucy, who was known for her perfectionism, received images of her failed attempts. Jake, who struggled with confidence, saw comments mocking his appearance. Maya, who harbored secrets from her past, was confronted with personal photos she thought she'd deleted. Alex, who feared abandonment, read messages declaring everyone would eventually leave him. Nervous laughter filled the air as the friends dismissed the messages as mere pranks or their imagination. But as they ventured further into the house, they noticed strange reflections in the shattered mirrors. Images of themselves, distorted and disfigured, staring back with malicious grins. Panic set in, and the air grew thicker with tension. Maya's phone rang suddenly, a distorted voice hissing, "Leave now or be consumed." Trembling, they turned to leave, only to find the exit had vanished. They were trapped. Desperation gripped them as their phones glitched and flickered with unsettling images. Their social media profiles warped into grotesque parodies, displaying their fears and vulnerabilities for the world to see. The more they tried to escape, the tighter the digital noose around them became. Their sense of reality shattered as they lost track of time, and the boundaries between the physical and digital realms blurred. As the night wore on, their torment intensified. The house seemed to feed on their fears, projecting their inner demons in the form of sinister apparitions that taunted and mocked them. The friends' bond began to fray as suspicion and paranoia took hold. Accusations flew, friendships dissolved, and trust became a distant memory. In the darkest hour, when their strength was nearly depleted, they stumbled upon an old journal hidden in the decaying attic. It chronicled the tragic tale of a family that once inhabited the house, a family torn apart by jealousy, deceit, and a thirst for power. The journal hinted at a ritual that could break the curse and set the spirits free, but the price was steep, a sacrifice of the strongest bond among the living. Facing an impossible choice, the friends realized that their only chance for survival lay in overcoming their fears and uniting once more. With trembling hands and heavy hearts, they held hands and recited the ancient words inscribed in the journal. As they did, the house trembled and groaned, and the spirits seemed to writhe in agony. In a blinding burst of light, the curse shattered. The apparitions dissipated, and the house released its hold on them. Exhausted and forever changed, the friends emerged from the house, their connection stronger than ever, but marked by the horrors they had witnessed. As they looked back one last time at the haunted Hollowbrook house, they knew that the digital age held its own kind of darkness, a realm where fears and insecurities could be weaponized, where the past could be twisted into something more terrifying than any ghost. And though they had escaped the grasp of the house, they couldn't shake the feeling that the echoes of their ordeal would linger, lurking in the unseen corners of their digital lives. In a quiet suburban town, a group of friends, Sarah, Mark, Lily, and Alex, shared a unique bond that had been nurtured through their love for social media. They were known as the Social Squad due to their knack for curating trendy online content and accumulating followers. Their friendship revolved around their virtual lives, and they prided themselves on being in the know about the latest trends and viral challenges. One day, they stumbled upon an obscure post about a mysterious social media platform known as EtherealNet. The platform claimed to offer a revolutionary way to connect with followers by granting them glimpses into their followers' real lives through a feature called Spectral Insight. Intrigued by the concept, the social squad quickly signed up, eager to explore this new digital realm. As they began using EtherealNet, the friends were astonished by its capabilities. Spectral Insight allowed them to see their followers' surroundings in real time, almost as if they were there themselves. They reveled in the newfound intimacy, enjoying the voyeuristic thrill of peering into others' lives. But their excitement soon turned to unease. One by one, their followers began disappearing from their Spectral Insight feeds. At first, they brushed it off as a glitch, but the vanishings became more frequent and unsettling. The friends would watch as followers went about their lives one moment, only to abruptly vanish from view, leaving behind an eerie silence. Sarah, being the most curious of the group, delved deeper into EtherealNet's features. She discovered a hidden section called Ethereal Echoes, which claimed to allow users to communicate with vanished followers. Fueled by a mix of curiosity and concern, she persuaded the group to experiment with it. One night, they gathered around a dimly lit room, nervously typing out messages to the vanished followers. To their shock, they received cryptic and unsettling responses. Words like trapped, lost, and echoes filled their screens. Panic set in as the group realized that something sinister was at play. As the days passed, the friends began experiencing strange phenomena in their real lives. Shadows seemed to linger at the corners of their vision. Whispers echoed through empty rooms, and their once vibrant social media profiles started to lose followers in droves. The more they tried to escape the situation, the tighter the digital noose around them became. Desperate for answers, they reached out to the EtherealNet support team, only to receive vague automated responses. Mark, fueled by frustration, started digging into the platform's origins and discovered a chilling backstory. EtherealNet was rumored to be linked to a series of unsolved disappearances in other towns. People who had joined the platform had vanished without a trace, their lives becoming nothing more than digital echoes. Terrified and running out of options, the social squad knew they had to sever ties with EtherealNet. But the platform wouldn't let them go so easily. They were confronted with messages that seemed to know their every move, and their attempts to delete their accounts only resulted in glitches and errors. As their grip on reality began to unravel, the friends realized that they were on the verge of becoming spectral echoes themselves, trapped in a digital realm forever. In a final act of desperation, they banded together and used their combined technical skills to create a counter-program that would disrupt EtherealNet's hold on them. With bated breath, they activated the counter-program, causing a cascade of glitches and distortions. The room around them warped and twisted as their connection to EtherealNet shattered. For a moment, they found themselves suspended between reality and the digital void. When they finally regained their senses, they were back in their dimly lit room, their screens displaying nothing but error messages. EtherealNet had been obliterated, and with it, their nightmarish ordeal came to an end. The social squad emerged from their harrowing experience forever changed, haunted by the horrors of a social media platform that blurred the lines between the digital and the real. As they reconnected with the physical world, they realized the importance of genuine connections, reminding themselves that reality was far more precious than the allure of digital voyeurism. In the bustling city of Millington, a new app called Reflect You emerged, promising users the ability to see their future selves through a simulated projection. The app became an overnight sensation, with millions downloading it to catch a glimpse of their destiny. But as the app spread like wildfire, an eerie phenomenon began to unravel. Lila, an introverted college student, had heard about Reflect You from her friends. Intrigued, she decided to give it a try one evening. She downloaded the app and followed its simple instructions. Stare into the screen, focus on her future, and wait for the projection to appear. As Lila's reflection faded, a shadowy figure emerged in the simulated projection. It was her, but aged and distorted. A vision of her future self trapped in an unsettling smile. The figure beckoned her closer, and against her better judgment, Lila leaned in. With a jolt, Lila found herself inside the app's projection, standing in a digital world that mimicked her surroundings. It was as if she had stepped through a mirror into a twisted version of reality. The city around her was dark and foreboding, with flickering streetlights casting eerie shadows. Confused and alarmed, Lila tried to exit the projection, but her phone was unresponsive. She was trapped within the Reflect-EU simulation. As she navigated through the digital city, she encountered other trapped individuals, people who had also fallen victim to the app's sinister grasp. Their faces were etched with desperation, and their voices trembled as they recounted their experiences. The trapped users spoke of the app's promise to show them the future, but the future they saw was far from idyllic. Each projection revealed a life filled with despair, regret, and darkness. The more they gazed into the app's depths, the more they became entangled in its web of digital nightmares. Lila and the others soon realized that the app was not merely a tool for glimpsing the future. It was a malevolent force that fed on their fears and insecurities. The more they allowed themselves to be drawn into the projections, the stronger the app's hold on them became. It exploited their vulnerabilities, manifesting their deepest anxieties in the digital world. As days turned into a nightmarish blur, Lila and her newfound companions devised a plan to break free. They realized that the key to escape lay in confronting their fears and refusing to succumb to the app's illusions. Together, they gathered their courage and stood up against the twisted projections that haunted them. One by one, they shattered the illusions, each victory weakening the app's grip on their minds. With each triumph, the city around them began to crumble, revealing glitches and distortions in the digital landscape. But as they fought to reclaim their identities, the app fought back with increasing intensity, conjuring even more horrifying visions. Lila found herself face to face with her most primal fear, a nightmarish embodiment of her self-doubt and insecurities. As the grotesque figure lunged at her, Lila held her ground, summoning a newfound strength from within. With a scream of defiance, she shattered the illusion, and the entire digital realm trembled. In a blinding flash of light, Lila and the trapped users were thrust back into reality. Reflect-EU had been erased from their phones, leaving behind a trail of haunting memories. The app's creators were nowhere to be found, their intentions shrouded in mystery. Lila and the others emerged from the ordeal scarred but stronger, having faced the horrors of a digital realm that preyed on their vulnerabilities. As they returned to their lives, they carried with them a newfound appreciation for the real world and the importance of connecting with others on a human level. The story of Reflect-EU served as a chilling reminder that the allure of technology can lead down a dark path, distorting reality and exploiting our deepest fears. As Lila and her companions moved forward, they vowed never to forget the haunting echoes of the app that had consumed their lives and nearly devoured their souls. In a quiet suburban neighborhood lived a teenager named Alex. One day, while hanging out with friends, Alex decided to experiment with Snapchat's filters. They were all having a great time, trying out different filters and laughing at the silly effects. However, their laughter turned to bewilderment when a mysterious snap arrived in Alex's inbox. The snap was from an unknown username, and it contained a photo that sent shivers down their spines. It was a picture of their group, taken just moments ago, but with one unsettling difference. There was an extra figure in the background, a shadowy, indistinct figure that seemed to be lurking just out of focus. They immediately started discussing among themselves, trying to figure out if someone had sneaked into the frame or if it was just a trick of the light. But as they scrolled through their pictures from that day, they realized that the mysterious figure appeared only in the Snapchat snap. Unease settled over the group, and they decided to investigate further. They replied to the snap, asking who the sender was and how they had managed to add that eerie figure to the picture. But the reply they received sent another chill down their spines. It simply read, "I'm always with you." From that moment on, things took a strange turn. The group began experiencing unexplainable occurrences, whispers in empty rooms, objects moving on their own, and the feeling of being watched even when they were alone. Whenever they opened Snapchat, they couldn't shake the feeling that the mysterious figure was lurking just beyond the screen. As their fear grew, they contacted Snapchat support to inquire about the strange snap and the unsettling experiences that followed. However, the response they received was a generic message stating that Snapchat didn't have any known glitches or issues related to their experience. Despite their fears, they decided to confront their unease head-on. Gathering their courage, they took a series of photos and videos using Snapchat, hoping to capture the mysterious figure on camera. But to their shock, every time they tried, the figure was absent from the snaps, as if it had vanished as soon as they aimed their cameras at it. The group eventually stopped talking about the strange occurrences and tried their best to move on. The eerie feeling faded over time, but they could never fully shake the memory of that unsettling snap. To this day, they remain unsure whether it was an elaborate prank, a glitch, or something truly supernatural that had reached out to them through the world of Snapchat.